Hello, this is a sideshow, and I'm Theodore Parker, and today is Friday, August 26th, the last official weekend of August 2022. If you have a mask, you still can check in your area to see what's going on as far as the positivity rate for COVID 19 and any other recommendations by the health officials in your area as far as monkeypox, etc., etc. Right now, the temperature is around 66 in this area, going up to 88. Air quality is good. And as I say again, it's Friday, last weekend in August. Sunshiny day here. There's a couple of items in the news heading into the weekend, basically because a lot of what's in the news right now has to do with relationships, social media, who's upset with who. Um, Most recently, Sylvester Stallone, Kevin Hart, and one other person were cited in California for violation of water control issues related to drought. Then turned right back around, and Sylvester Stallone's wife is supposed to be filing for divorce. I think he's like 72 and she's 54. They have three daughters together, if I understand correctly. And I don't want to say the beat goes on, but issues such as this are just prominating the news. Mm. Meta, ergo Facebook, is still dealing with this situations and um, trying to regulate and see into a profit margin. But for the purposes of today's discussion, we'll start with Ukraine and Russia, where we last left off. Um, Ukraine had concerns about the nuclear power plants that were occupied by Russian soldiers and were supervised or run by Ukrainian staff. So it seems there was a fire that was sparked by coal dust in the ash pits that interrupted the power supply to the nuclear power plant and caused it to shut down, which could possibly have led to other further disasters related to how the nuclear plant has to have its cooling and control powers operationable. So, Sklinsky is asking for people to, in the world situation related to nuclear power, to get the Russians out of there. Get them away from the nuclear power plants. So we'll see. A little bit closer to home, as in right here in Kentucky, ergo Henderson. I'm not sure where Henderson, Kentucky's at the moment, but there was a shooting there at the homeless shelter, and two dead and multiple injured. It's supposed to be a Christian sponsored or Christian based homeless shelter looking out for the men in the community that needed assistance. The person has been apprehended and perpetrated the crime, and other injured people have been transported to the hospital for treatment. Speaking of Russia again, a Putin critic fell from a building in Washington. Question, was it really a suicide? Well, given Putin's reputation, we might be able to form an opinion before we even read the information I presented in the article. But we could take the time just to find out what the facts are related to it. Just like there was an article about a person being found in an apartment in Connecticut. It was a longtime associate of Jerry Epstein. Apparently, he had been in the apartment long enough for his body to decompose, and other means had to be used to identify him, but it said that this person had been convicted of a Ponzi scheme and had served 18 years, but still waiting to make sure that that is the person from those days. So again, how often can I repeat it? Friday, weekend. If you have plans, that's good. Plan to stay in, plan to go out, plan to take care of some things, all good. Make it through the weekend to Monday, last week of August. So whatever's good in your local area, take advantage of. Winding down the summer days. Don't want it to be all a waste. I'm quite sure there's some pools or something open where you can take a dip in a swim or something. Occupy your time. Relax yourself a little bit if that's convenient, necessary, and appropriate. Sideshow with Theodore Parker. That's it. Hashtag.